Hello!
Hi!
My name is Diah, Rani, and Nirmalasari.
My name is Audrey.
I'm Celine Regina. I'm Marcia Devana.
So today we're going to talk about the most famous myth in Indonesia, specifically in Yogyakarta.
Most of you must have known the magnificent Hindu temple called the Prambanan Temple.
Last Wednesday, we went on a trip to Prambanan to do a research about infamous local myths that have spread in the society for thousands of years.
It started with the legend of Roro Jonggrang. Back then, there was a war between Boko Kingdom and Pengging Kingdom. Pengging Kingdom was led by Prabu Damarmoyo, who had a son named Bandung Bondowoso, while Boko Kingdom was led by Prabu Boko, who had a beautiful daughter named Roro Jonggrang.
Long story short, Prabu Boko was killed by Bandung Bondowoso. Then Bondowoso and his army were about to take over the Boko palace when he saw and soon fell in love with Roro Jonggrang. Bondowoso proposed to her, but Roro Jonggrang was heartbroken because of her father's death. She initially rejected his offer.
However, Roro finally agreed to marry him under one condition, that he must build 1,000 temples in one night. Bandung Bondowoso agreed, and soon he built the temple with the help of his demon squad, or as Indonesian people call it, jin.
So Bandung was able to make 999 temples before the sunrise. Knowing that, Roro Jonggrang was worried, so she ordered her maids to burn the hay and grind the rice to indicate the morning has come. Bandung found out about Roro's deception and began to feel betrayed.
He cursed her into a statue to complete the 1,000th temple.
Over the years, there is an infamous myth that circulates in regards to the Prambanan Temple. The myth goes, unmarried couple who visit the temple together, more specifically the room of Roro Jonggrang or the Durga room, will separate not long after their visit to Prambanan. The origin of this myth is not yet known. However, some accounts report that the myth began back in the colonial days of the Dutch.
Originally, Prambanan Temple was known as a place for people to pray at the statue of Roro Jonggrang for the longevity of their relationships with their significant others. They also brought offerings such as flowers and food to the statue of Roro Jonggrang so that she will bless their marriages. However, there was a Dutch man named Bruman who used to keep journals of events that happened in the society. In that era, allegedly, he wrote an entry which stated that there was a married couple who went to the temple together to pray and ask for Jonggrang's blessing upon their future wedding, but they failed to get married after they visited the temple. The news of this couple spread within the community like wildfire, creating the depiction and assumption that if an unmarried couple visits Prambanan Temple, they will break up in the future.
There are several different responses from the society towards this myth. Several people believe in the myth as they accidentally have been the victims of the alleged curse of the myth. One of our interviewees, Rangga Iswara, was one of the people who experienced the myth as he went to Prambanan with his then girlfriend and broke up with her shortly afterwards, though it is worth noting that he was not aware of the existence of the myth at the time. The next interviewee is the security officer at Prambanan Temple, Mr. Winarno. According to him, the myth is untrue, as many actually found their significant others while visiting the temple.
The way we see it is that the myths are true to those who believe in it, as that is the nature of myths. The people who believe in the myth will recount a tale of their own romantic misfortune at Prambanan Temple. However, those who do not will likely call the myth untrue, as they do not put any of their faith into the myth. We cannot conclusively say whether the myth is true or not, as there are various accounts of events surrounding the myth, and they clash with one another. It is best to conclude that you make whatever you want out of this myth. Whether or not you believe it and see it as true is up to your perception of it. As everyone have their own perceptions, the myth continues in whatever direction the continuing story takes.
That's it for today's videos.
And we hope that you find this video informative enough, and most of all that you enjoy this video.
Bye!